Right here tonight at 5, we are still following a developing story from this afternoon. A man is in jail tonight charged for allegedly setting a fire at the Bardstown Road Krispy Kreme, the Louisville original. It was open for business at the time it happened this afternoon. Hello, everybody. I'm Doug Proffitt.
And I'm Shay McAllister. This afternoon, Louisville Fire worked to put out large flames enveloping the roof of the Krispy Kreme donut shop. WHAS11's Taylor Woods and senior photojournalist Alyssa Newton are at that scene right now. Taylor, did officials tell you how this happened?
Absolutely, Shay. They say that a device involving a plastic bottle was thrown at the building, and the fire actually happened just after 12 o'clock. But take a look behind me. You can see just how significant the damage is done to the roof, and people have been driving by all day to see it for themselves, some taking pictures and some getting out of cars just to see it. This Krispy Kreme building has been here for about 5 decades, and if you take a look at your screen, you can see just how powerful the flames were. Fire officials say heavy fire and smoke were mainly coming from the roof of the building where the plastic bottle was thrown. An arson investigation is now taking place, but it took about 40 firefighters to get the fire under control in about 15 minutes. Officials also say a few people were checked for smoke inhalation, and Louisville Fire Captain Tamara Stewart says LMPD was able to make an arrest. Take a listen.
LMPD did apprehend a white male suspect while on scene. Our arson investigators have determined that the fire was caused by an incendiary device that was thrown onto the upper portion of the building. So that person is in custody, and there will be further investigation regarding those events.
And Captain Stewart says she was told that the person will be charged with arson first and other charges. Now, this Krispy Kreme building has moderate to severe damage, and at this time, it's really not clear how long the store will be closed. And earlier today, we saw ATF around here investigating. And again, we'll be out here for the next couple of hours. Reporting live in Louisville, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 on your side.
All right, so fortunate nobody was hurt there. Thank you very much, Taylor. We'll join you again live at 6, again, reporting from Bardstown Road. Well, it's primary day in Kentucky, the first time you'll be able to cast your ballot for your local and national races.
Polls opened this morning at 6 o'clock, but we have seen voters casting their ballots all weekend long thanks to early voting. Our team is bringing you full coverage of today's election. Ian Hardwood is looking at a big change coming to primary elections in Jefferson County.
Jose Alonso is out at the polls tonight. He's going to focus on one of the big races on the ballot. But first, here's more on the ballots. District 4 race, Metro Council. 10 candidates on the ballot for you to choose from, and it's in a very important district. It covers downtown Louisville, so many issues facing downtown at the moment. Also surrounding neighborhoods like Butchertown, Portland, Russell, and the Smoketown neighborhood. Voters are now out casting their ballot for a new Metro Council person, and that's where we find Jose Alonso and photojournalist Emma Gefter. They're at a voting location in Nulu. And Jose, you've been out there for a while. How's the voter turnout been looking today?
Doug, voter turnout has been pretty slow throughout the entire day, and we've checked several different stations around District 4. But I was able to speak to some of them, a few of them, but some of them, about some of the concerns that they have in this area, ranging from safety to community outreach and even issues surrounding JCPS. I actually spoke with one father who went to go vote because of those issues and what his family is facing with the school district and their new transportation plan. As voters are hitting the polls, it may be on the minds of other parents as well. Old Louisville resident William Wright has an upcoming 9th and 10th grader in the district. He's calling this school year chaotic and unorganized. He told me the candidate he votes for will work with the district to resolve their concerns.
There's a lot of things that, and it's almost like we're treating the symptoms instead of treating the problems. So we, are just hoping that some of the people that we may be able to get into office can help change those things.
Wright is also concerned with teacher shortages and says there's not enough investment going into JCPS schools. He says who he marked on the ballot today will be the same candidate he hopes to vote for in November's general election. And William was just one of the few voters actually that I got to speak with in regards to what's going on in District 4. I actually spoke with other people here in Butchertown and New Lou who says that they want focus on more police presence in the area and also on economic development in downtown and the surrounding areas. But like I said, it's been slow. We checked back in with election officials here at this voting station and they said it picked up a bit, but it slowed right back down. But of course, there's still time to vote as we are at the 5 o'clock hour and people are getting out of work. So if you want to make your voice heard, make sure to stop by your local polling station. Reporting live in New Lou, Jose Alonso, WHAS 11 on your side.
All right, Jose, thanks for the update there. Well, another race we're watching closely is the Metro Council seat for District 8. For the first time in more than 20 years, 2 Democrats are competing for the spot representing the Highlands neighborhood. Ben Reno Weber is running to keep his seat as councilperson for the district. Taylor McGovern Ucelis is challenging Reno Weber. She says she wants to bring more progressive values to the Metro Council seat.
I want to focus on constituent services. I think that a Metro Council person's job, and truly all elected officials' jobs, that job is to reflect the values of the neighborhood they're representing. And so I want to be in constant communication with my neighbors, my community, to talk about the issues that they care about and make sure that those things are reflected to the government, but also that the government resources they need are given to them.
Ben Reno Weber filled the seat following a general special election last fall.
I think about the number of my constituents who care about, my support in defense of Floyd's Fork, about our investment in parks, not just in our cities, about our work on people experiencing houselessness and violence. They care about the stuff that is beyond the borders of our neighborhood, and they care about the stuff that's in our neighborhood.
Well, the last time there were multiple Democratic candidates in the primary election for this neighborhood was when Tom Owens was first elected more than 20 years ago.
Primary elections in Kentucky, including today's, are meant for voters making decisions within their political party. But in Louisville, that's changing due to a new law passed this year.
As our Ian Hardwood reports, ballots will look much different in the future.
This is Louisville's last partisan primary after the state legislature passed a new law this year changing the way local elections in Louisville work. For races like Metro Council or Mayor, no longer will you see a D or a R next to the candidate's name on the ballot.
Well, we're doing fine without it.
Louis Prestigiacomo votes every chance he gets, and he thinks the Republican-dominated state legislature made the change benefiting themselves.
I'm afraid that it will be less representative of the people here in town than it is right now.
Local state reps who sponsored HB 388, the bill making these changes, said they want more competitive elections. University of Louisville political science professor Laura Moyer believes it will benefit incumbents but make it more difficult for candidates with less resources.
It's because no one knows who you are, so you have to spend a lot of time really getting out there.
One benefit she sees is non-traditional candidates having more authenticity.
They don't have to pretend to be a Democrat, or in some cases maybe pretend to be a Republican.
As a grad student in Athens, Georgia, she saw similar lawmaking from state Republicans.
It had a less pronounced partisan advantage than I think what the Republicans had hoped for.
Under the new system, the top 2 vote earners in a local race would advance to the November general election, meaning 2 members of the same party could face each other. The law does not change how Kentuckians vote in national or state races, which still have closed primaries for each party. With the nonpartisan local races, however, voters outside the 2 major parties could participate.
It may seem like small potatoes. It's actually, I think, probably one of the more important voting decisions that people get to make.
The law takes effect in 2025, with the next round of local elections happening in 2026. In Louisville, Ian Hardwick, WHAS 11 on your side.
HB 388 also adds special elections for vacancies.
Previously, those seats were filled by elected party members without voters. We have all your primary questions answered for you on our special WHAS election guide put together by our web team. Go ahead and check it out. You'll be interested to get the latest details on all the candidates on WHAS11.com or the WHAS 11 app. And don't forget, on the WHAS 11 night team at 11, your place to be for the reaction from the winners as we are out tonight following the big races for you right here at 11 o'clock.
Well, another day where that sun will sting your skin. Huge difference between the sun and the shade on a day like today.
Humid looking day out there, and that's really the key of today's weather story, that increased humidity. Sam Gabrielli in for Colleen Peterson here at 5 o'clock. So, Sam, you're going to bring in some rain. Is that going to worsen the humidity or clear it out of here?
It's going to clear it out. I do think it's going to be kind of, just lingering throughout the evening hours tomorrow, more so beyond dinner time. We're just at that time of the year, though, in the dog days of summer and actually dog days of spring, we do continue to pick up some additional showers and storms into Memorial Day weekend. But for now, it's just staying downright hot outside. A little more humidity than yesterday. 90 at the International Airport in Louisville. Feels like we're clipping 91 with the heat index value currently, and it's all due in part to that south breeze outside carrying in that warmer air. So again, there will be some fair amount of humidity and heat for the remainder of your afternoon and evening. So maybe you're bringing dinner outside on the patio this evening. Just a heads up, it's going to be a scorcher. 90 in Bedford, 84 in Paoli, 90 as well in the capital city. Our friends in Carrollton up I-71 sitting at 88 at this hour. Take a look. Locally, we're quiet. There's rounds of showers and storms, an outbreak of severe weather right now. In southern Iowa, there's some tornado emergencies. These storms are making their way towards Des Moines right now. Kansas City also picking up some pretty potent storms right now. We're going to be steering clear of storms our direction today. I do want to focus, though, on tomorrow late. We're going to be looking right around the dinner time hour. And after the storms do rumble through late tomorrow, there's going to be kind of a bumpier forecast with some hit or miss showers and storms into Memorial Day weekend itself. This is that risk for a strong or severe storm tomorrow. So again, Shay and Doug, in a few more minutes, everybody should stick around. I'll talk more about this risk for a couple of thunderstorms that could turn severe late tomorrow. All that and much more coming up.
All right, Sam, thank you very much. Now to new video today showing the arguments between attorneys that led to Scotty Scheffler's court appearance being moved by a month.
The golfer was set to be in court this morning on the original court date, but that is not going to happen. As you know, it's now been moved until Monday, June 3rd. Louisville attorney Steve Romines standing before Judge Ann Delahanty. This was yesterday, representing Scotty Scheffler, hoping to move that arraignment day back. The arguments were underway, but Jefferson County Attorney Mike O'Connell, showing up in person, disagreed, wanting the arraignment to be moved and kept as scheduled.
The rule says, as you are well aware, that if you are charged with a felony, you are to be present for arraignment and in all stages of the proceeding.
And Mr. O'Connell says, well, we don't want to treat him differently. Then go through and look how many cases are agreed to by continuance by the county every day. They are absolutely treating him differently.
Eventually, the judge ruled that his arraignment can be pushed back to June the 3rd with one requirement, and that is that Scotty Scheffler must appear in court. Today, Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg provided more details into the Scotty Scheffler LMPD saga. The mayor now expects the video of the incident taken from across the street to be released sometime this week.
I expect the video that I previously mentioned, that was from a poll camera across the street on Shelbyville Road, that captures the arrest. I do expect that to be released this week.
The mayor says he has seen that video for himself, but did not expand on what it showed, only saying it shows the arrest of Scotty Scheffler and that he'll let the video speak for itself once it's made public later this week. Louisville Police Chief Jacqueline Gwynn Villarreal said in a statement this afternoon they intend to update the public coming up on Thursday.